coming in for Sentient. So Sentient checker is now live, so you can able to check whether or not you are qualified for this drop if you've been doing. Okay, if you are eligible, make sure to complete the registration before 29th of October. Okay, so yeah, you're roughly less than a week to do it. Okay, so you might want to go and check other airdrop.sentient.xyz. Okay, so who is eligible, right? Sentient community. Okay, sadly, they did not consider him as part of the community, even though posting regularly since January 2024. So yet again, like I said, for airdrops, I think when you want to lower down your expectation. Sometimes you put in too much of effort thinking that you can get the airdrop, but it turns out the opposite. So airdrop comes and go. Sometimes you get, sometimes you learn. And the only thing that we can able to learn from is to move on to gain experience. That is how I make it in the airdrop industry. I think it's been 2 years for me. So yeah, this is part of the process. This is part of the winnings and of course lessons as well we taken here, right? So Sentient first, and then moving on next coming in from Tabi. So Tabi Foundation, okay. I think most likely airdrop coming very soon. Okay, I think most likely following up by the tokenomics. Okay, so Tabi Foundation has been created. Okay, just hope that they don't come out later with the classic intern followed by mistake. Okay, all right. So we've been interacting with Tabi since May 2023. So it's about 2 years. Over 2 years, they are now yet to airdrop. Okay, so we're going to see whether or not Tabi Foundation is going to release the tokenomics from the next couple of weeks. And then next coming in from Ethereal. So Ethereal season 1 points allocation has already been distributed, right? So now they're moving on to Epoch 2. Okay, so Epoch 2 points for Ethereal season 1 now distributed. Okay, so I think they're going to move on with Epoch, next Epoch. Okay, so trading is still very limited. We probably only 300 to 400 whitelist users. Okay, so if you've been staking or you're providing liquidity like USDT on Ethereum mainnet, then most likely you might want to check points too. Right? So yeah, that's the thing about liquid staking. I'm really against this type of staking, especially with stable coins. I've seen the likes of USDS, USDX, okay, and so many YD or YU, okay, also collapsed, also went down, repacked, and it drops quite badly. It's like 10 cents right now, or some of them are 30 cents or 50 cents. So that is a misstep of this kind of stable coin staking. You know, you're staking for the airdrop, but many do not realize the risk is higher than you're risking your capital for a couple of peanuts or airdrop that you don't even know how much you're going to qualify for. So that's the thing I really against liquid staking. Okay, because if you stake here, you stake there, you don't know where is your funds being stuck at. Okay, and then when you want to take out the time, you want to withdraw, that's where the danger is. Okay, you start to panic, you start to search for solution, and then when you want to withdraw, they hold your investment, your capital, like USDS, USDX, not mistaken. Okay, very bad experience. Okay, I've seen many try to withdraw. Unfortunately, it's a pending withdrawal here. Then next coming in from Datagram Network. So Datagram Network, the TGE is already live. Okay, so you can able to claim the token and able to start trading the Datagram Network. Okay, 18 November. Okay, they've already launched their token. Okay, the next coming in from Debridge. So Debridge is actually a DEX cross-chain solution where you can able to bridge from one network. I think I have participated since season 1, and it turns out to not so lucrative because of the fees. The fees is extremely high and it's very expensive. So I'm done with season 1, but for those of you who are still continuing with Debridge on season 2, you might want to check it out. So I think the price is already quite low. It's been dropped, I think, more than 50% since the last I think for season 1. But this season 2 drop is only about 3% total supply. Claiming ends on 19th of December. Okay, so season 3 is currently live. So you might want to continue to use Debridge to transfer swap and earn points. Okay, but again, I said, once the season 1 is over, usually season 2 tends not to perform. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure why people are still following Debridge. Okay, so again, the fees is really quite expensive compared to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝘀, Bungee, Squid. and many others, or eBay even. Okay, there's so many other bridge that are yet to airdrop. You know, why would you want to continue with Debridge? But anyway, this is season 2. For those of you who are doing, you might want to go check it out. Right? So yeah. And then next, coming in from Rayls. So Rayls is a layer 2. Okay. And I didn't really put much hope for this because I don't think it's really incentivized until they drop this checker. So I think 2 of my wallets are eligible for this. And you might want to check if you have been doing some tasks on Galaxy, okay, participated in the Discord activity. You might want to go and check and verify, because what you need to do POH, proof of humanity. Okay, you need to register within 24th of November. Sorry, I think they give you about 1 week. I think until 29th of 30th. Okay, but the claiming is with 24th. So you can still claim while people are still registering their airdrop, which is also quite good. Okay, usually claim will end first, and then usually registration will end first, and then claiming will start. But the problem is this happens is that the claiming happens while registration also happens on the same time. Okay, on 24th, registration still can happen. Okay, so yeah, the step here is that you need to do POH, and then you need to verify, and you need to mint this NFT if you are only eligible for this airdrop. If you're not eligible, you don't want to mint this because it costs you $1 base the code. Okay, so yeah, this is the one. I'm not sure how is this thing going to pay out for this week if they're going to launch on the 24th, right? If the market is still not steady, it's still not stable, okay, on the 24th, it's going to cause a huge concern again. Okay, we have the likes of Monad, it's going to launch on the 24th as well. Okay, so Rayls and Monad will be launching the same day. So let's see. Okay, and then next coming in from Irys. So Irys registration is currently live. For those of you who have been doing this, you might want to check and who is eligible. Okay, testnet users, Genesis NFT holder, Discord, Telegram, okay, community developers, 1 TA Kaito leaderboard. So are you eligible or not for this drop? That is the most. Okay, have you qualified for this drop? Okay, there's so many that we do not know, right? How much is this thing is going to reward you? Okay, for Irys protocol. Okay, and then next, coming in from thru. So I think thru, I've been doing this since 2 years ago, 2023. Been using this for bridging. Okay, been using was I think only for bridge, not single. And then I've been checking in on thru using base network every single damn day. Okay, and finally, they are most likely to go airdrop. Okay, the ticker is out. I think I'm not surprised because of thru. Okay, so I think probably could be this month or the next month for thru token. So snapshot might still not be taken, but nothing is confirmed yet. Okay, so for those of you who've been doing thru, like I've been doing just checking in. I don't see there's any reason for me to even bridge thru. Of course, the other bridge are much more cheaper compared to thru. Okay, all right. So after orbital airdrop, I stopped farming wood at 7K points. Hope it's something about right. So yeah, I think thru, Rhino 5, and then orbital, right? I think this is pretty much similar concept, similar style, the way they treat communities. So I'm not going to really have high hopes on thru. And I didn't really bridge after that. I only checked in using Peace network just for GM, just to gain traction for Peace. That's the only thing. You just collect points every single day. Other than that, I don't see there's any reason for me to bridge because we have like Bungee, we have Jumper, Squid, Relay, 4 bridges, like super bridge as well. Okay, 5 decks, cross-chain bridge that I can able to use. Okay, and they are still yet to airdrop that particular protocol. So why on earth would I want to use thru? So yeah, for those of you who've been doing that, you might want to really push harder. If you're active on thru, you might want to push harder. Okay, you might never know, right? You can able to get a huge chunk of our tokens. Last but not least, coming in from Reya. So Reya is actually a perpetual DEX. Okay, so something similar like Hyperliquid. Right, and of course, right now tokenomics are already officially announced. Okay, so token are finally out, and this is the breakdown. Ticker will be Reya. Total supply will be 8 billion. 45% of the supply is allocated to the community. It's quite huge. When we look at the token utility here, they are using the token for governance, which is DAO, and then you can be able to earn Reya rewards by just staking. And another thing here is that if you are trading, you're getting a rebate on the trading fees. That is the advantage here of the utility, right? You want to make sure that the token is useful enough. Okay, not just by speculating or trading buy low and selling high. Okay, so yeah, I think if you have been doing Reya, you might want to continue, and you might want to grind even more harder to build the volume and to get more points, right? So that's my take here based on experience. But of course, I do not do Reya. I've done for the past like Grid Protocol, Auden, okay, and Zeta Markets, Solana. Okay, so that is the experience that I can share with you, okay, based on the success rate.